Didn't stop that with us. How's it going, people? It's Jamie from Things SCS Scotland. We are back. This is 10 Things I Can't Live Without. Now, this is a series, you've probably seen it on YouTube before, presented by GQ Sports. This is a wee parody version of it. Me showing you the 10 things I can't live without, the stuff I use every single day in the hobby, on my journey, through buying and selling and trading cards every single day. Right, let's get into it. 10 things I can't live without. Let's go.
So why the name Sports Card Scotland then?
The name Sports Card Scotland. So back in 2021 we got into the hobby. I was collecting like 2004, 5, 6. Stopped it, got more into like wrestling, and as we got older, school, girls partying. COVID hit, we came back into the hobby. We started off with my mate got a certain card, and then I wanted to do it myself, but I never knew how to sell cards online. Everybody was doing it on Instagram, and I didn't want people to think, oh, he's a scammer. So we made a name, we made it official, we built ourselves up a bit. But when we built ourselves up, we went through loads of different names, and I just wanted one that ran off the tongue a wee bit. So I live in Scotland, I sell sports cards. We did at the beginning, so it was Sports Card Scotland. So here we are, 2 years later. We're actually an official business now. We've got an accountant, our own company house. It's mad that things can change, but aye, that's why we are Sports Card Scotland. So what we'll do is we'll get into the first one. Number one, the thing I can't live without, it's this puppy right here. You might be thinking it's a belt, how can we live with that? It's actually WWE in general, also a bit of UFC. We've not got a belt to visualise them, we've got some cards, but WWE, what I watch, Monday Night Raw, Monday, AEW Dynamite Wednesday, Friday Night SmackDown, also Friday Night Rampage, AEW, Saturday we watch Collision, and Saturday and Sundays they sometimes bounce pay-per-view wise, WWE, AEW, but been a very, very long time we've been into that now.
So what age did you start watching WWE and UFC?
Thinking back now, it's easier with UFC. I remember it was either Tito Ortiz versus Chuck Liddell 2, I think that's when Tito came out with the hockey get-up, or it was Randy Couture versus Tim Sylvia when Couture came back and won the belt. I'm a wee bit blurred between what one it was, but it's a long time ago. You're talking at least 20 years ago now. No, what was it? Just under 20, about 18 years ago I think I started watching UFC, and with WWE it would have been peak Attitude Era. I was born in 98, so you're talking like 99, 2000, but my first memory is Stone Cold, Booker T, in the shopping supermarket, Stone Cold hitting him with the milk, all that good stuff. But aye, number one, can't live without my WWE and my UFC is my weekends. That's it wrapped up. Number two, things I can't live without. It's these bad boys right here. You're probably thinking it's the cards. It is these stands by Third Down Collectibles / Third Down Displays. Chris and the gang do a superb job. They make these stands. They make plenty of other stuff to put your footballs on the wall. They're also making me a Sports Card Scotland glow up neon light. Like, they make everything. Sports cards wise, footballs, comic books, stuff you need to display at Third Down Displays. Hit them up, and while you're there, discount code Sports Card Scotland SCS 10. You get 10% off at checkout. Can't go wrong. And they go just like that. Beautiful. Third Down, you know where to go. Right, the third thing I can't live without, and I think it's the same for a lot of people, is card shows. I go to card shows a lot. We're actually penciled in November 17th to head to Yorkshire for the Yorkshire show. We've been there twice now, hosted by Adam. Looking forward to that. Get to see Charlie, the Mullet Man, get to see everybody again. But card shows, I've been to loads of card shows now. London, Yorkshire, Scotland. We've been a couple in between there. We'll be hitting a couple in America next year, so card shows are something I definitely couldn't live without.
What's your favourite card show?
What's my favourite card show? Now, I didn't want to be biased here, but the Mecca was always London. Started in London, I'm trying to think, it's no standing when I started. Pat Crip's going to be watching this laughing at me, but when we first went to our card show in London, it was back in January 2022, it was the 29th of January, London Card Show hosted by Harry. That was my first one. Since then we've done Yorkshire, we've also done Scotland, but to be biased, there's nothing better than a card show in your front door. Scotland Card Show hosted by Jordan, Caledonia Cards. It's a place to be for people like myself who didn't want to travel 6 hours in the car to go all the way down to London. I've been before, I get to watch all the YouTube videos. London will be on the map in 2024 for us, but I do have to say Scotland Card Show is closer to my heart than most, and it's an insight because we've got some big stuff planned with Jordan coming up, and Scotland's really got to be on the map soon for people, and it's only getting bigger and bigger. We started off with a small hall, and the last card show that was in Edinburgh was crazy. And just to think the SEC is basically sold out for next year. Jordan's really killing it. So number 3 card shows can't live without, and the bet my favourite one would have to be Edinburgh or just this Scotland card show in general. But number 4 things I can't live without is this bad boy right here, Elite Shield. Also got a couple of the lads on there, Rip City, Brett, and the wee rated rookie sticker. But this comes with me everywhere. We picked this up with Brady Cards. Just to note some stuff down there. We picked it up with Brady Cards and a nice deal, and since then it's been with me everywhere. And the best place to put your cards, and you can they're protected. And I also stick, like if I'm going to card shows, I'll grab a packet of top loaders, penny sleeves, I'll put them in there, and that way when I'm ripping boxes I know that I've always got some stuff in there, so I don't have to go buy it while I'm doing stuff. But Elite Shield, he's saying what to do, boys, if you want to sponsor Sports Car Scotland, we discount code Collab, hit me up in the DMs. But Elite Shield, can't live without. Number 5 things I can't live without, I'd have to say my collection. I've got 2 collections here. This one's my girlfriend's, so he's only really want to see that. It's mostly Pokemon stuff and girly stuff. But my collection is pretty stacked. Conor McGregor, Paul Craig, Ian Gary, LaMelo Ball, Billy Gilmore. But the main man, Conor McGregor, takes up most of my collecting these days, as he is a pretty expensive person to collect in the hobby. So if you're going to be PCing someday, I'd rather stick with one than not have like 5 expensive PCs. But when one of ones for Conor McGregor are like £2,000, it's kind of hard to complete a rainbow. But I collect what I can. If anybody's got a rookie autograph that they want to sell cheap, hit me up. But number 5, can't live without my collection. Obviously it's in the Elite Shield, it's in the show deck binders, but I couldn't live without it. It's something that keeps me interested in the hobby as much as possible.
Why do you collect Conor McGregor?
Why did I collect Conor McGregor? It's a long-winded question, but I remember back in 2012, 2013, I was playing the UFC game, the first one that came to the Xbox One, playing the career mode, making my way through it, seeing the old names, Chuck Liddell, people I knew, Vitor Belfort. Then this one cutscene popped up after I won a fight, guy in a suit, glasses on, young, charismatic, Conor McGregor back in 2013, right before he took his peak up to fighting everybody. Just sort of captured a sense of, this guy started from nothing and he was built up to be something, and you knew watching his journey that Conor McGregor wasn't just going to be one of these one-hit wonders. He captivated the whole world and everybody knew his name. But I've been watching Conor McGregor now 10 years. He's started his MMA debut in 2007. His UFC was the 6th of April 2013. Ever since then, 10 years now, I've watched him win belts, win more belts, fight Mayweather, punch people in pubs. He's a crazy guy, but I feel like he is the biggest UFC star ever, and he is my generation's Muhammad Ali, and he's just the best of the best in my eyes. And although he's had his downsides, his defeats, you can't take it away that he made the UFC what they are. And Conor McGregor just the GOAT in my opinion. So that's why I collect Conor McGregor. Next, it would be grading companies. So there's loads of grading companies out there. You might use different ones than me, but the 4 big ones I would say are, number 1, we've got PSA. PSA are killing the game. 2, we've got Beckett. We didn't have any here, we actually sold our Beckett cards recently. 3, we have SGC, which is a lovely Billy Gilmore 10-10 out of 50 autograph. Picked this up at the last show. And number 4 for me is MGC. New on the scene, UK company. Jake and the rest of the gang are absolutely killing it. They get a lot of slack online for stuff that, because they're no better than PSA, but they need to realise they're a UK company, they're no longer on the market. Prices will no be what, like these two cards created the same might not be the same because they're in a different shell, but who knows that in 10 years time PSA might be gone and MGC might be token league. So number 5 for me is grading companies. The grading companies allow us to take raw cards. You buy a raw card for £5, you grade it for £20, that might be a £100 card. You've just made yourself some profit. Keep repeating the process and you'll be able to put all that money to a nice collection or other stuff you want to invest in. So that one for me, number 6, grading companies. If they never were about, I think the whole hobby would be a little different. So on to number 7. I've been waiting for this one. Anyone can catch these hands. NBA 2K24, PS5, Warzone, UFC, NBA 2K24, you're for it. You're no beating me. If you want to add me on it, Sports Cards Scotland over on PSN, catch these hands. But number 7, PS5, 3 games, Warzone, NBA, UFC. You'll get a job broker on UFC, you'll get handled on NBA, and Warzone, you're not even in for a chance. My squad is elite. Number 8, and it's a company near and dear to my heart. It is Sports Trading Cards UK. Now, some people might just see Sports Trading Cards UK as a platform to buy sealed products. Sports Trading Cards UK for me started off as a place where I would buy stuff at a card show. They had the best table at every card show. And I was talking earlier about my first card show in London. I must have done about 40 laps in that room, and every time I ended up back at Jamie's table, Sports Trading Cards UK, they had all the best sealed wax, all the best cards, all the best everything you possibly need. And since then, they were nice enough to bring yourself on to work with them, which they never needed to, but Jamie and the gang reached out through one of my mates, Pat Crip Mahomes, Aaron Smith, an absolute gentleman in the hobby. Shout out to you, Pat Crip. Pat Crip put them on to me that I was really big with UFC and WWE. I knew what I was talking about and I've been collecting it for years, so that way they had full faith that they wanted to bring me on board. Since then, we started in February, 6 months since then, we are now, we've got about, right beside me is the most amount of sealed wax I've ever seen in my entire life in my house, and it's only because of Sports Trading Cards UK and Jamie. So I can thank them for that. So number 8 on the list is Sports Trading Cards UK. I appreciate everything they do, and I appreciate them for bringing me on board.
So Sports Card Scotland and Sport Trading Card UK, how did that come about?
So as I was saying about Aaron, Pat Crip phoned me one day and was like, me and Pat Crip, he's probably laughing watching this video, we had hour and 15-minute phone calls every time. I don't know why we just talk for that long. It feels like we're on a podcast with each other, it just clicks. But he phoned me up one day and was like, you're never going to believe who's just asked me to break for them and whatnot. And I was like, who? He was like, Sports Trading Cards UK, Jamie. He's wanting me to break some soccer, some basketball, and some NFL. And I was like, oh bro, that's amazing, congrats. And he went, well, he's actually looking for somebody to do UFC and WWE. And I was like, in my head, I was like, that's me. Like, I know that job's fit for me. A wee bit shy when it comes to being on the camera. Since then, as you can see, we've got used to it. But he was like, well, I've put your name forward, so you might get a phone call. And then, like, 2 days later, I got a phone call from Jamie. It was like a 2-hour conversation. They're like, what we expect for you, all this stuff. And it worked for me. It was, we want you to put in hours when you can. This is how much we'll pay you. This is what products we're going to send you. Away you go. And that built up my courage where now I am breaking on my own channel. I do monthly sales. I break on their channel. I break on his TikTok. I now, in a way, go to card shows. I sit at the whatnot table at card shows. I do breaks for Sports Trading Cards UK. And in a sense of way, I just want to say thank you to Jamie because he's made Sports Cards Scotland a bigger name by bringing me into this situation. And I went for, at the start of the year, I was planning out my year, how can we make Sports Cards Scotland bigger? And Jamie basically done that for me, which is a blessing. because I was struggling to find what's the next step, how do I get into breaking, how do I get into networking with all these big names. Jamie's opened that door to now people know who I am, so when I have a conversation with people, they already know who I am, they already know what we're about, and the weirdness of not knowing what we are and what we bring to the table is gone. But I shout out to Jamie. When we started in February, it's been 6 months now, it's been a hell of a ride. I hope it never ends, but Sports Trading Cards UK. Get their app, buy your sealed wax, they've got the best deals ever, and just hit them up, boys. They stand out people. They've also got a shop. Google it. You didn't need to make appointments to go to the shop now. Their shop's lovely. Sign Conor McGregor, sign Messi stuff, Haaland tops. Like, get yourselves there, boys. The best card shop in the UK, bar none. Sports Trading Cards UK. Appreciate yous. Moving on, number 9, show decks. Show decks, premium binders. This is this one here, $27.99. This is the normal binder, it's $19.99. Adam puts in the work to find the best materials, the nice zip, leather, compact, like they didn't shake, your stuff sorted. Boys, I would not promote any other company. Showdex is the best company out there for all your stuff. There's other people in the market that are competitors. They're in their own lane, let them do what they're doing. Adam's killing it. He just brought out a brand new top loader binder, which is, a brand new graded card binder. So the top loader one's this one, this is the penny sleeve one, but now there's one where it's 4 cards per page, 5 pages, so I'm sure you get 20 graded cards in a book, and I'm sure they are 30. Didn't quote me on that, but if you go to his website, showdex.co.uk, showdex.com, whatever one, use code SCS at checkout, you will receive 10% off, and they're brilliant. I wouldn't recommend another company like that, they're top notch. Shout out to Adam as well, because he gave me an opportunity to come on and work with them, and I'm happy with that. Number 10, the 10 things I can't live without, is Whatnot. Back when I first got into the hobby, people were only breaking on Instagram, so you never had a place to really break other than Instagram. Since then, VOT came about, and then VOT died, and now it's only in France. But Whatnot was a US company that weren't in the UK yet, and I feel like they realised that in the UK, collecting is just as big in the US, if not it's building, it's growing more. Since then, Whatnot's got a stacked amount of people in the UK. Poke Chloe, Sports Trading Cards UK, Sports Cards Scotland are on there. Sports Trading Sports Cards UK Dan. There's so many people on there breaking that it's unbelievable. But with a place to break, we wouldn't be able to make money selling stuff, doing breaks, selling products. So shout out to Whatnot. And also, if you want a free tenner, check link in my Instagram bio. You got a free tenner for signing up, I got a free tenner to spend on Conor McGregor cards. It's a win-win for both of us. But Whatnot, we break on there a lot, and we also have our monthly mega sale coming up on the 1st of October, Sunday the 1st of October at 1 PM. So we'll be selling a bunch of products, some graded stuff, some other stuff, some collections, some bulk mystery packs. So get yourselves over there. But if we'd ever had places to go on and sell our stuff or day breaks, I feel like the hobby would be a lot worse as it is. So shout out to Whatnot, and shout out to Daniel, who done my onboarding session. Daniel brought me on, made me feel better about every situation, showed me the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, and since then we've been on Whatnot. Basically the Sports Trading Cards UK and the Whatnot thing came around at the same time, because we started breaking for them. But because Jamie gave me the opportunity, it made my life easier, because I done an onboarding session with Whatnot for Sports Trading Cards UK, and then a week later I done my own one. So Daniel knew who I was, he knew what I was about, so it opened the door for me a lot quicker. I feel like if I never had that, I would have had to have proved a lot more to Whatnot about what we do, what stock we have, what we're selling. But boys, that's been 10 things I can't live without. And it's no a lie, I literally can't live without this stuff every day. If I never had it, I'd be on Google finding stuff that's just as good, but these are the best of the best. Appreciate you for watching this video. I didn't want GQ to think that we've copied their content and come for some sort of legal situation. We copied your thumbnail, we copied your video, it's just out of love. We're a small YouTube company, and 10 things I can't live without with Sports Car Scotland. Hopefully in the future we can bring this and we can find people in the hobby and we can film this video with them. So until then, people, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this. Like, subscribe, peace.